let's talk a little bit about the fact that the calendar that we've just brought in is a non-cyclical calendar. So many of us took those times of just complete quietness between the 25th and the 1st. And what that managed to do is to bring about a stopping of our world. Stop the world, I want to get off. I think that was the name of a movie. And that was the case. With enough of us just stopping our activity, saying, no, I'm not going to cook this Christmas. I'm just going to eat out. And those sorts of things, we've managed to bring a stop to the movement of time. The biggest calendar of all is the one that determines the cycles of destruction and rebirth. And the destruction cycle would have been in 2012. What we are now finding is that the tutorial movement has stopped. The importance of this brought out a calendar. The calendar is part of what helps it stay stopped. Because will it stop for everyone? If enough people embrace it, and it being non-linear time. Linear time, as we've said earlier, is always where there's movement. The biggest movement is the big in-breath, out-breath of the cosmos that we've spoken of. When it stops, there's no time, no calendar. When we believe in calendrical cycles, we can pull ourselves back out of it based on the first day of the calendar, which was 25th of December 2011. This brand new non-cyclical calendar. It reveals itself only a week or two in advance. Now, what does that mean? If the reason that it does not go in a mapped out format is that you can't determine what is after this week until you've lived this week. Because in living it well, it changes life, which determines the next week. What these are the notes of eternity. Each day is a note of eternity. The notes of eternity are, you can call them frequencies, but they're more than that. They're a note based on luminosity, of illuminating a specific part of your being. In illuminating a specific part of your being, it brings online certain qualities that when combined together create new notes. In other words, this is music, the way music is composed by myself, completely spontaneously, without much forethought. And this calendar gives nuances as we live them, each note for each day. We have an angelic being, we have a power sigil for that day, we have a sigil to call the angelic being for assistance in living that particular tone. And it's such an incredible, empowered way to stay out of linear time. Set your clocks and set your alarms, by all means, if you have appointments to keep. Beyond that, embody the principle for the day, and you will be embodying in complete alignment the divine song of the One Life. With the release of the calendar, the first calendar of spontaneous life that is not pre-predicted, can you believe it? That plus the much hard work that the major gods and goddesses have done, what it did is it stopped the center of the tube torus of moving further, because that was the day it was going to move into all the old left behind unresolved stuff of the whole cosmos, which is in that prison, which is a part of that tube through the middle of the big donut. It stopped the circle, but the external rim still continued to implode until the 31st. On the 31st, the release of that year of that Belvaspata, and some of the masters of Belvaspata immediately did it for themselves or others. And as they did it, they stopped the rim. The rim holds the other unresolved issues. The fact of the matter is the rim holds about 90% of the rim's issues are issues of the hidden realms. About 90% of the center of the donut's issues are of physical life. And so both had to be stopped. And the releases of those two things stopped both. And so there's no rim moving in, there's no center point moving in, it's dead still in the water.
Not here.